Caffeine doesn't give you energy. It just hides the part of your brain telling you you're tired. Most people think of caffeine as a stimulant, something that adds fuel, boosts output, turns the dial up. The image is of a substance that injects wakefulness into you. But that's not what's happening at all. Caffeine isn't creating anything. It's blocking a signal. Specifically, it's sitting in the seats meant for a molecule called adenosine, and adenosine is the thing your brain uses to measure how long you've been awake. The longer you're awake, the more adenosine accumulates. When enough of it binds to its receptors, you feel sleepy. Caffeine is shaped just enough like adenosine to fit into those same receptors without activating them. It's a lock with the wrong key jammed in it. The signal can't get through. You don't feel tired. But you are. Here's the first thing most people miss: caffeine doesn't reduce adenosine. It doesn't slow its production or flush it from your system. While you're on your second cup and feeling sharp, adenosine is still building up behind the scenes, quietly, invisibly, stacking. The technical name for this accumulation is sleep pressure, and it's real and growing regardless of what your receptors are telling you. When caffeine's effects wear off, typically after 5 to 6 hours, all that adenosine rushes in at once. That's the crash. Not a deficit of caffeine. A flood of consequence you've been postponing. The second thing is the half-life. Caffeine has a half-life of roughly 5 to 6 hours in the average adult. That means if you drink a cup of coffee at 2 in the afternoon, about half of that caffeine is still circulating at 7 or 8 in the evening. You might feel fine by then. You might not notice it at all. But your brain is still partially blocking adenosine receptors. When you fall asleep, you may genuinely fall asleep, but your slow-wave sleep, the deepest and most restorative stage, is measurably reduced. Research out of UC Berkeley found that afternoon caffeine can cut slow-wave sleep by as much as 20%. You slept. But you didn't recover the same way. The next day you're slightly more depleted, slightly more reliant on that first cup to feel baseline. This is how the cycle builds, not just pharmacologically, but structurally, in the rhythm of your weeks. The third thing is what caffeine does to your sense of how tired you actually are. Adenosine doesn't just make you sleepy. It also gives you accurate information about your body's state. When you suppress that signal long enough, you lose calibration. People who drink 4 or 5 cups a day often don't realize they're chronically sleep-deprived because the fatigue never registers at full volume. The adenosine is always partly blocked, always partly muffled. It's like turning down the check engine light. The problem doesn't go away. You just stop seeing it clearly. Here's something specific you can try this week: set a hard caffeine cutoff of 1 in the afternoon for 5 days straight. Not because 1 p.m. is magic, but because 5 to 6 hours before a 10 p.m. bedtime puts you in a reasonable window for most of the caffeine to clear. Don't reduce how much you drink in the morning. Just move the boundary earlier. After 3 or 4 days, pay attention to how you feel around 9 in the evening, not wired, not restless, just genuinely tired in the way that used to mean sleep was coming. That tiredness is adenosine doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's your body's actual signal, finally getting through without interference. Sleep is strange in that we spend about a third of our lives in it and still mostly treat it as something to be optimized around rather than protected. Caffeine made that feel possible. But the biology was always running underneath, patient, cumulative, keeping its own account.